Okay, I needed to do an update on my $5,000 house as it stands right now. The renovation is not happening and it has not been happening for a while. And I've explained in other videos the reasons why. And it's just circumstances. I ran out of money a while ago to be able to do anything on the house. In fact, I wasn't really spending very much money on it. I was doing everything that I could without having money. So tearing stuff down wasn't what didn't cost anything. It just costed labor. And this is actually the house before I tore everything down. And people have asked me like, "Why did you tear this down? It looks really good." Well, that's another story. That tub right there is like a 300-pound tub or something, cast iron. It's sitting right on top of 2x4s. Those floor joists right under that tub and where the toilet was actually bowing in and it was bouncing. And I had to tear that stuff out. And the place I'm standing right now also was just 2x4s under there. And as I was peeling back these walls and the floor, it was just layer after layer of just cover-ups of, a bad foundation, a bad floor joists, and supports that were barely supporting under there that somebody put under there. So this is me when I bought the house, and I was basically making a tour of it, and the first glance it looks great. The walls right there, you could see the previous owner, the real estate guy, was trying to put new walls on there with new 2x4s and new drywall. I was talking about the toilets here, so but basically that room behind me I'll show here in a second. It has new 2x4s on the ceiling and everything. I took all that material down to go build my tiny house in the backyard. So this is how it looked when I first bought it. It doesn't look much different other than it's super torn up inside. So when I was doing that labor, I had to figure out what exactly am I going to do with this house, because this foundation and everything is not good. I was able to, over time, understand what it was doing with the foundation, with the floor joists, and as I tore it up, I was like, oh my gosh, this is falling apart everywhere. That floor joist right there, I had to support it. This is what it looked like throughout the house. This house eventually just needs to be tore down. And I've had different thoughts of like recycling materials, and that's what I've always wanted to do. So here, as I was building at least a toilet, at least a functioning bathroom. So as I went forward, I was just like, dang, this is pretty bad. And the foundation was almost good enough to repair, but I was weighing the pros and cons of everything. I'm like, it's going to take an incredible amount of work and money to just fix the foundation, lift up the house, and then fix the floorboards and all, so you could see the toilet where the 2x4s are. And I had to tear those out right away. And here's the tub that was incredibly heavy, and I had to just get rid of that. That was doing no good. So I'm basically making up for years and years of someone not doing this. And this is where it started. This is the hole in the floor where it just expanded from there. As I looked under there, I'm like, this is horrible. And then I was able to look at the foundation over time as I pulled up floor. I don't know, there's footage of that later. It probably is. You get the idea. I'm just tearing stuff down. And it's the little dungeon area. So here, let's see, I was in the kitchen at some point here, and I was just tearing out this, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what's under the ceiling, or the cover for the ceiling, and so I tore that out. I'm like, what's under here? And I need to build stairs, and I build. So it's all just fundamental things. And then I got to the foundation eventually. I tried to start up that furnace to get it basically going. And then I put a new furnace in there, and it worked for a little bit. But then the insulation was horrible in that house, so the furnace was cranking away, and then the furnace stopped, like, was triggering the safety feature, and it was shutting off all the time because it was overworking itself trying to get the house warm enough. And so then I was like, well, what's the point of that? Because it's shutting down and I'm in the cold anyways. And I have to get out of this house. So then it was, I have to build a little tiny home in my backyard to be able to survive. And then I did that for winter, and then I eventually renovated my garage. But you can see here, I pointed the camera under the floor, and these are supports that other people have put under there to just get by, so the guy can pay, charge rent and stuff. So this is me going crazy with the tearing down of the walls and everything, and because that plaster and everything was already crumbling, so I just had to keep going. And this is me learning, so I had no idea like what was salvageable and what was not. So I had to get other people's opinions, and people are back and forth. They're like, no, you can make this happen. You just, cover it up, make it happen, and, support the floors and all this stuff. And I was like, and I was attempting it. I would go in there, think about this. How much money is this going to take? How much time? And I'm like, I can't do it. Like, and I was doing enough work where I was able to put up videos, and then people are like watching it. And then I'm like, okay, I got to a point where I couldn't do any more renovations, and I don't have enough money to do, pay for the big expense for either tearing it down or doing the foundation of those or other fundamental things. So I got stuck in this project, and I can't go forward with it. And so now I have to, do my best to utilize this. I right now I have storage in there that a friend of mine put in there, so it's a storage unit, and he pays me a little bit of money every month. So I'm utilizing it for my benefit to as it sits there. So this is what it looks like presently. I did get it mowed. I'm not there physically because I'm in Utah right now working on a film project, and I'll talk to you about the film project. But basically, I haven't been there for months, and my neighbor finally sent this picture to me, and I'm like, oh crap, that's getting kind of long. I didn't realize how much it was raining. And so he sent this. He's like, are you going to take care of this? And it looks like a jungle back there. So I finally called, some people from my church. I'm like, hey, can you help me out here? So I paid him a little bit to get this chopped down. So that's what it looks like currently. And I did let someone from my church live in my garage space that I was living in before. And he lost his apartment. So he's there in the garage. He's benefiting from that in his transition, just like I did, just like I was doing. So he's going to get back on his feet. He's going to be taken off in a couple weeks. But he got into his own housing crisis. But this is how intense it could be with like just housing and not being able to do something with, having a permanent house that you could fix up. So the last year or so, I've been doing my thing with the construction of this eco seed home. And if you've been following any of that, you'll notice that I've been working really hard to try to figure out how to fix a house. And it's not easy. So I had to figure out, okay, I don't have a lot of money to go and learn this stuff. I've got to figure out where where do where do I learn this, and how can I do it within my budget? So I went to Missouri, where my other property is, and that's where I started meeting people who are doing the same thing I was. And Marchin was doing this crash course on building a home, and that's what my recent series is, with this build of this eco seed home. And this goes right along with my mission in life, is to help other people fix their housing needs, just like me and the guy I'm helping right now. So that's where the story is. The last year I've been working on this home nonstop, or at least up to 7 months is when I was working on this. And then I had a bunch of footage that I needed to process, which I'm processing now. And now I'm in Utah, trying to work on a film, which is what I've been trying to do all of my life anyways, all my career life. So I haven't been able to get to the $5,000 renovation, or house renovation. And here is a YouTube channel that I started putting footage up from our film shoot. And you could go to this YouTube channel and see what we've been doing inside the house. And let's see, it's here. This is my company entity. It is Kingdom Arts. And I've started this years ago. I did this little short way back when. It was called The Guardian. And so you could see footage inside my house. Basically, we took, let's see if I could open up. So you'll see the inside of my house that has been gutted out. Hopefully it'll work here. And we took advantage of this setting. Is going to take forever. So my friend there, no, he's not. He is sitting on that toilet, but no, he's not, doing his thing on it. We're just figuring out how we can make this effect happen. We took advantage of the open floor in the pit there, and we are creating we're dressing up a film set. And this film we've already filmed this inside this house. So this represented a good portion of the film. And this is about a guy who's navigating through his life, and he has to overcome some fears. And he goes through all this, depression and mental health issues he has to overcome. And this pit here represents his fears, and he has to face those things. So this is kind of a dream sequence area. So we took advantage of this house. This would take like thousands of dollars to build that set if we were to build it. So we took advantage of the current state of the house to benefit my career goals. So I am using this house. I am using it for a storage unit right now and for this film shoot. So it's not sitting doing nothing. It is being a benefit. And we might have to do some reshoots in there. So basically it's a studio. So if you want to look at it that way. But anyway, that's the update. That's what we're doing in the $5,000 house. I do want to get this thing fixed up desperately, and I have materials out on a trailer out on the driveway. It's full of siding, and I have that material to start with to redo the garage and stuff. But I have every intention on fixing this thing up. But for now, you're going to see it in a film. That, to me, that's more exciting, because I've got plans for that. It's going to be an amazing film if we could find funding. Maybe if somebody has enough money out there and they believe in the film, like maybe think about me and our awesome freaking film that we're going to do. Maybe I'll do an update on that film. I don't know, but this is all the basic reasons why that house has been sitting there. Hopefully, it can answer a lot of questions, and I'm still on track. Just have to, learn how to build houses and do this in the longer term thing. But things are happening, and we'll get to everything that we need to eventually. So just keep your hopes up, and we'll get some videos going.